There we go.
Welcome back to Box Score Collectibles. And it's time for Cards and Coffee here with the Boss Man and with baseball cards here at Box Score Collectibles. Let's go. How's it going there, Brian?
It's going great. How are you doing, boss?
Oh, doing fantastic. Having fun. And there we go. Sound check is good. Yes.
Excellent. Always nice.
Absolutely. It's always good to have a sound check. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Can you hear me now? All right. So we've got some fun going on. We had some fun this past weekend. What do you have going on there, Baseball? What you been thinking about?
Well, I've just been kind of going through and sorting all the cards that we pulled during the break this past weekend. Looking at the different parallels, the different inserts and hits that we got. So I'm kind of sorting those through so that way I can get them out to the fine people that joined us on the break that night.
Yes, indeed. Very good. Got to get those out. I know I still owe Aaron from the archives. Everybody else's went out. Full disclosure there. I'm a bad friend. A bad friend.
I hope you're not expecting me to stop you there.
Oh, no. No need to stop me there. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. Oh, sorry.
How's it going, Goose?
Hey, we got Goose in the house. The Goose is loose. He came for the cards, but stayed for the coffee.
Yes.
Well, Goose, I hope you're having a great Tuesday. And getting to do whatever it is that you like to do on a Tuesday night. We like to talk cards. We like to have coffee.
Yes.
All right. So we got the baseball season coming up. Spring training is in full effect. We are very excited about that coming up as we were featured. Crazy. We're a featured vendor now at the Arizona State Card Collectibles Show coming up in March. We saw that on their Instagram account. That was very nice, very nice. We're also being featured at the Auburn Trading Card Show on the goodies bag. That's crazy. Box Score Collectibles moving up in the world.
Oh yeah, that was really nice to see that post yesterday. I believe the guy who's running it is the same guy that we've been in contact with before, Cole. I think he runs their Instagram account too. I could be mistaken on that, but it's nice to get recognized. We are going to be in booth 20 for those of you who are going to be going to that show, which is basically the back right corner. It worked out great for us last spring, and we're looking to repeat that magic. So, looking forward to this trip. Going to have a lot of fun. Going to be able to get out there and not only see some games, but also meet some people. There's a possibility that Rock might come by the show, and one of the guys that bought some of the teams during the break, the last 2 breaks. So, it'd be kind of cool to meet him. Seems like a good guy.
Yeah, very excited. Possible. So many possibilities out there. It's a great show. It's huge. It's at the Phoenix Convention Center. It's across from the Bob. I don't care what you say. It's the Bob. Howdy, Kenneth, by the way. Yeah, very excited. We'll have our quarter and dollar bins. We'll have our now world famous through the decades and rookies and prospect packs coming at you. Yeah, lots of prospect cards will be out there. We'll have some new release cards as well. Folks love it how we have it set up by team, broken down by team instead of whatever way else everybody else has, like jumbled messes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that stems from, kind of how we look at shows too, because I know, for example, when I go to a show, if there's like a dollar box, a quarter box, and it's mixed sports, mixed teams, it's just I go through half a row.
And
You
I'm
might
done.
have a small stack of cards going, and I just get bored and I put everything back. It's like it's not for me. I want to basically kind of get in, get out, find what I'm looking for. I'm not one of those and there are collectors out there that love that stuff. Great, more power to them.
Yeah.
They like the hunt, but at the same time, whenever I've gone to shows, I've always been on a budget, so I always try to get what I'm looking for and not something I think, oh, that card looks really cool. I'd like to have that in my collection.
Mhm.
So, and that's
Yeah.
part of the reason why we ended up going with a team setup and also the recent releases because set collectors want to have that easy access. They don't necessarily want to be like, okay, well, card, I got a list of numbers here, but I don't know what card 236 is. What team do I go for that? So we keep the
Yeah.
recent stuff in order, at least as best we can.
To the best of our ability. And if we don't have it in order, or we have what they're looking for, just not in Phoenix or Auburn or Sacramento or wherever we are, we always let them know. You can contact us at boxscoreca@gmail.com for your needs. If we've got what you're looking for, we're more than welcome to more than happy to help you because we're set builders too. We're collectors first. So we always have fun. And it's
Exactly.
great to sit there and chat with folks in the hobby that are just collectors. And Phoenix is amazing for that because you've got collectors coming to check out their team from, well, yeah, pretty much all over the country. I mean, we have teams going to Phoenix all the way as east as Cincinnati,
Hmm.
Cleveland, and Milwaukee, and the Cubs and the White Sox. It's great having them out there, getting to chat and learn how the different regions go with their collecting and how their shows go. I have a blast. I have a blast. Um, yeah, and then of course, hey, who knows if we're one of the featured vendors? Maybe we'll need to ask about: are we able to do a break there? Can we get up on the break stage and have some real fun? Get some more subscribers, get some more followers, get some folks in with the boss man and baseball going crazy. I don't know. I don't think we go crazy. I mean, I've seen some breakers that are just lunatics out there, the theatrics. I don't think we're quite there. What do you
No,
guys
we're not. I
think?
mean, you know, I think when you're doing live breaks, you really want to have, at least from a perspective of a show promoter, you want to have someone that's going to be a little bit more over the top, a little bit more crazy. So that way it becomes a little bit more interesting. 'Cause, I mean, there's one guy last year, I seem to remember, I can't remember if it was Party Pools or one of those other breakers. He was like just throwing stuff into the crowd, different
Yep.
packs and stuff like that. They would be doing a break of, I think it was actually series one last year. And then afterwards, he had another box. And he was just throwing packs out into the audience.
Yeah,
Um,
that hurts my soul thinking about a pack hitting the ground and now all the corners are gone. I'll toss out penny sleeves. How about that? Penny sleeves for you. Penny sleeves for you. Penny. Nope. Nope. You don't get penny sleeves. Penny sleeves for you. Yeah, I'm all for doing that.
yeah, I mean that'd be great if they weren't on back order.
You know what? Absolutely. Oh, but we've got stock. Yes, we do from last year, thankfully, because I like to be a little bit of ahead of things when it comes to my collecting. So we've got
Yeah.
uh
Oh, of
some
course.
penny sleeve 100 count BCW. Absolutely. We've also got, I mean, I don't have the full pack, but 1,000 pack sleeve packs. I can talk, honest, I can. Speak honest, I can. Nope.
Oh, sorry. This is a video. Yeah, you're seeing me shake my head.
I can see you. It's all right.
Yeah. But to your
Yeah.
point, though, we do have a lot of different supplies. They're on boxscorecollectibles.com if you're looking for some supplies. We have some really great pricing on that. or if you're going to see us at a show, pick up some supplies.
I'm sorry, but these you called getting these black one touches perfectly. They make every card look gorgeous.
Yes.
To me, it's like a personalized way of looking at SGC tuxedo look. I love the tuxedo look. The plain empty plastic ones. I mean, we have those too.
Yeah. No,
We
those
have
are
those
great
too.
too.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But they don't make the colors just jump at you like the black border ones do.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully down the road they'll start doing different colors as well. So that way kind of, if you got like a Ellie De La Cruz rookie you want to put in one, a nice
Ooh.
red border. I mean, can't go wrong with the team color matches. It'd be nice to get those. But that's up to BCW and the powers that be there. It's not really up to us to, make those decisions.
Yeah. In the meantime,
Yeah.
we do have the color top loaders. Those are still nice. Those are still fun. And yes, that is how we coordinate the prices at the card show. When you're looking at our penny, quarter, quarter, and dollar boxes, we go by the side and the edge of the top loader. That's how we do it. That way, we don't have to put sticky stamps on it or price
Tags,
stickers
yeah.
and get that oil and glue all over the top loader. No, no, no. Once again, we're collectors first. So we found a way to make it work how we would want to see it as a collector.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. So, cards. We had some fun this weekend, I thought, with Series 1 with our half case break. There was a lot of chatting going on in the chat room. We had some giveaways. We gave away some extra packs. Nice big Freddie Freeman relic. Or is that considered a patch?
No, I consider that one a relic.
There you go.
But just because of how it looked, I mean, we have some pictures now up on our Instagram page. Might even add some to the website here in the next next day or so. But wanted to put up there, some of the different hits that we got. As you mentioned, the Freddie Freeman. Each box had 2 relics and 1 auto, so we had 3 autos. And was it 6 relics?
Yeah. Yep. So it was fun. And not only did we have fun at the break, but we also had fun the night before with the Topps Rip parties going around. So that was fun. That was great. We got a lot of great stuff over at Teammates in Modesto, LCS around here.
Yeah,
we started the day.
Circle back for a second to the break. Brought up our Instagram page, and
wonderful.
It's a Freddie Freeman orange. It's numbered 10 out of 25. That one's going to one of our new friends in somewhere out in Texas, and we also got a Tyler Locklear. We'll still call it a relic.
Yeah.
And then
the redemption, was it Waldrop or was it Schwallenbach? I can't remember.
Hurston Waldrop.
All right.
Yeah, flagship Real One auto. It's orange foil parallel. So that's likely going to be out of 25 because the one thing that the Topps has done, and they've even been making the statement kind of across the board that pretty much are going to start numbering each parallel the same across the board. So orange will be 25, red will be 5, and
what are
blue
you trying
will
to
be
say? What are you trying to say? They're trying to get consistent? What is that?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, with Series 1 last year, or even just the flagship line, some of the orange were $2.99. but you pull Orange and Bowman and it's 25. So I think they're kind of looking at that, and just kind of going through and kind of in a way revamping what they're doing.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but the autos we got this time around, you mentioned the Hirsch and Waldrop. There's also the David Festa that was numbered out of 50, 24 out of 50 on that one. So that was nice. And then a couple of the parallels. I mean, nice color match with the Logan Gilbert out of 150, a couple golds, a purple Lindor. So all in all, it was fun. It was a great break. I think everyone who was a part of it really enjoyed it, and hopefully we can just keep building on what we're doing.
Absolutely. I think every time we do something, we get a little bit better. So I'm looking forward to seeing how things are going about this time next spring training. Woo! Yeah. I'm just checking out the Braves breakdown of their young prospects. And unfortunately, on MLB.com, when you look up the Braves prospect rankings, I'm getting a coming soon.
Yes, that's how it is for all their teams right now.
Yeah.
They usually don't release that till sometime in March. I think they want to start seeing where people kind of fall. Because I think with the individual teams, there's a little bit more that goes into it.
Absolutely.
So, unfortunately, we don't know right now, who the top 30 people are. We know the top 100 prospects overall. It's just, right now, that's all we got.
It's weird to see Cam Caminetti's name back on the prospect list. We grew up with his dad playing, and so Cam Caminetti, the number 89 prospect in the top 100, Braves left-handed pitcher. That's fun. That's fun. That means we're getting old.
Well, there's a couple guys in there that, whose fathers have played.
Oh, yeah.
For the A's, Jacob Wilson, Jack Wilson, Pittsburgh Pirates All-Star.
Soderstrom's dad was the number 3 pick back in the 90s.
Yeah, by the Giants.
Yeah. Justin Crawford, JP, I believe that's his son. Could be wrong. Cousin, nephew.
I don't think
Carl
JP
Crawford
has a kid.
No, I'm trying to remember it. Nope, maybe not. I thought there was a Crawford that was the son of somebody. I guess not. I mean, I guess they're a son of somebody named Crawford, just not one that we know. All right.
There we go. Hey, I feel less old now. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. I mean, we're still getting old, yes, but I didn't have the luxury of seeing Carl Yastrzemski play because I believe he had officially retired before I started watching baseball in '85.
Yep. There you go. Let's see. Looking something up real quick. Summary. Nope, not what I was thinking. All right. Anyways, talking about prospects. We've got the top 100 list out there. Dylan Cruz is number 4. If this is the most up-to-date one that I'm looking at, he's got his rookie card in Series 1. That's always fun to get. We got several of them. Jordan Lawler is number 11 prospect. He's already had his rookie out there last year with 2024, Marcelo Mayer. He's our Kobe Mayo, number 14 prospect, got his rookie card in Series 1. Bubba Chandler last year. So it's good to see. Jason Dominguez is still technically a prospect at number 21.
Go ahead. I was gonna say it'd be interesting to see how this prospect list shakes out here after the first 6 weeks of the season, because a lot of these guys that get full time playing time, like the Jason Dominguez, um, Dylan Cruz, and probably Jordan Lawler, they're gonna start falling off the list. So you'll see guys move up the list, but more interestingly, and for me, will be the guys added to the list. The guys who
Yes.
come in to the top hundreds, because there's guys that are just right outside. Like, one of the surprise names to me, even though he'll probably be off the list regardless, is Jace Young. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just outside the list. And I for some reason had thought that he was still on the list, but yeah, he just fell just enough to be off the list.
Yeah, the list is very interesting. Like you said, the further along we go, the more are actually going to get knocked off because they're actually in the league, and some of them are going to get knocked off because they're not going to have a good preseason. They're not going to have a good first couple of weeks, maybe at a different level, and that definitely happens.
Yeah.
There's an adjustment period. There really
Yeah.
is.
And the powers that be for MLB, they don't actually do a full revamp on the list until around the All-Star break. So guys don't necessarily drop down. Things get reshuffled as guys come off the list, but not like a full-on reshuffling.
Yeah.
They only do that like twice a year. I think it's like around the All-Star break, or potentially even not until after the draft, and then during the off season.
Yeah. For me, it'll be very interesting personally seeing hopefully Johnny Farmelo comes back from his ACL tear. They've still got him with us in Modesto. Hopefully we'll be getting Felnin Celestin. Finally, he got injured at the end of last year. We were hoping to get him for the playoffs. Let's see who else is on here. I think everybody else is already above us. Cole Young, Michael Arroyo, Lazaro Montez, who hit an absolute bomb yesterday in spring training. Montez.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yep.
I'll clean up my language here for the kids. How is Johnny Farmelo ahead of Ty Pete?
So I don't know.
It's
the eyeball test for me is Ty Pete should be higher on the list because of A, staying healthy, B, being able to play now, I think 4 different positions. The only thing against Ty is he is a defensive liability sometimes. He can make spectacular plays, but he can make the easy play look tough.
Okay.
And sometimes his zone management at bat is questionable. Love the kid. He is so phenomenal. But those are the knocks on him. What position is he really? At the end of last season, he was doing great in the outfield.
His first
he's got the arm for it.
Very rough, though.
Well, yeah. Once again, there's their adjustment period. By playoff time, he saved quite a few runs because of just pure athleticism, and he's got a strong enough arm. Definitely accurate. I would like to see it, but for Johnny to be so high, I personally must be missing something, but I know he has the capability, and it was really tragic to lose him in the end of the first half of last season.
Yeah, and of
course for him personally,
they're not going to knock any of the prospects because of the injuries, unless it's like consistently injured, like continually. But I just don't see the last 2 Mariners on that list, on top 100 list, being better than Ty Pete.
Arroyo, he is solid no matter where he is. He is a clubhouse leader. He does the things that don't show up in the stats. And even his stats, I mean, the guy does not strike out. Let me see. Can we pull up his stats from last year? For the year. I mean, it got worse when he went up to Everett, that adjustment period. But in 2023, he only had 54 strikeouts. Last year in 2024, he had 136. That's not great, but he also had 89 RBIs. He had 138 hits. If you're getting more hits for me, I'm okay with that. He batted 285. I like the kid. He's very reliable on defense. For me, that's really what sets him apart is his defense.
I wasn't too impressed with his defense, but that's just me. I mean, I'm not there 80 plus games a year. I mean, but all the games I saw of him, he wasn't bad, but he made some bonehead throws sometimes.
He does have those every once in a while. Yep.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, the one thing that I think that we both can agree on, Ty Pete does have a higher ceiling than Arroyo and Farmelo.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, just because he's not a top 100 guy doesn't mean he can't have a higher ceiling than these guys. Because I mean,
no.
I think Ty Pete is a much better athlete overall than those two combined. Well, I shouldn't say combined, but those two guys.
Yeah, no argument.
It's just a matter of, Ty kind of harnessing everything, learning and kind of growing into his body because he's 18 going on 19, so he hasn't grown into anything yet. I mean, he's still filling out. He's still growing.
Yeah, he's had stardom thrown at him so quickly, so young, away from his family on the other side of the country. And I mean, his family's phenomenal. He comes from a great family. They came to several games at the end of the season. And to be completely honest, I hope I never have to see them again because he's moved up.
Right. Oh, that's one of the things I love saying at the end of the season. You know what? I hope I don't see you ever again.
I hope I don't see you. I hope I don't see you on this field ever again because you need to be further up. Yeah.
Unless it's like a major league rehab.
Well, I would love to see that, of course. But yeah. I mean, I guess if the Mariners were going to be in town against either the Giants or the A's, maybe we would get to see him on a rehab. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Well, actually, let's be honest. He's not making the majors this year.
No.
So Modesto's going to be gone.
Yep.
Unfortunately. So we're not going to see it.
No, that is very true. That is very true. But moving forward, you got your A's having some top prospects. Nick Kurtz up at 38. Jacob Wilson at 31. But I believe he's going to be starting with the big club. He
will. They don't have it. They've already said pretty much there's no other shortstop option. I mean, they're going to have the backup. Probably keep Max Schumann on the roster as kind of like in that super utility role. Give Geloff, Wilson days off. Play some third base as well. But I know Nick Kurtz today. I think it was like a 2-run. I want to say a 2-run single in the spring training game against the Giants. So
nice.
You love to see the kids perform this early in the spring training. Yes, they're facing the pitchers that they would normally be seeing in the minors because a lot of times they're just getting some of the upper level minor league pitchers work early on in the spring training. But to get that kind of confidence and have the coaches see that, it's great for right now. I mean, it is, so, Kurtz, what little we saw of him in Stockton, I mean, I saw him play one game and then he went on the road for 6 and then kept going on the road over to Midland. So Didn't really get to see him, but uh, you know, the video that I've seen, he's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I'm very intrigued about right now is the prospect number 40 and prospect 42. The comparisons, because they're going to be compared to each other for a long time, most likely, is Josue De Paula and Lazaro Montes. I'm just looking at this list. I'm like, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be fun, I think, between those two. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. The question is not so much, what kind of players they're going to be, because they're both monsters.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, where is DePaula going to play? Where is he going to end up? It's not going to be in LA.
Probably not. He's going to be
Unless
great
he
trade bait.
unless he bats 400 every year with 45 home runs every year, and they have to say, okay, we have to keep this guy, sorry, right fielder, you're out of here. Or wherever they end up putting him. I don't see DePaula being with the Dodgers for a whole lot longer, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, that's the way the Dodgers are built right now.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
not built for prospects. They're not built for the young guys to come up. There are going to be needs in the end. Starting with this year's draft, maybe next year's draft, they're going to need to kind of build up some of those guys to take over for the Freemans, the Betts, as they get older. But right now, guys like DePaula, I mean, I think touched Double-A last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't hold him back much longer.
No, you really can't. You really can't. And speaking of not being able to be held back much longer, I mean, Bryce Eldridge, he was in the Cal League last year, and now he's looking at possibly, bouncing back and forth between San Francisco and Sacramento.
Yeah, for him, it's all about performance in the spring. I mean, if he has a solid spring showing, the Giants are going to be like, okay, well, we'll use you at first base, because I mean, they don't really have a solid first baseman. I think they've used Lamont Wade Jr. there. They've used a couple of different guys there, but to have somebody who's, I don't want to say naturally a first baseman, that's what they're missing right now.
Yeah.
Especially if with these additions that they've been doing, by extending Chapman, or basically adding Verlander for a year, or some of these guys that they've been bringing on, like Willie Adames. They need to kind of, if he performs well, they need that solid first baseman.
I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at his stats. Bryce Eldridge had 10 home runs in the Cal League last year in 51 games. I almost want to guarantee that all 10 were against us. I think 6 of them were just in one series.
Yeah.
I don't know. Were those stats right? Because he destroyed us.
There was that one series where it was him and Jonah Cox just
beat us so bad.
Shelling you guys. I mean,
man, it was so bad.
Yeah. Scott says the Dodgers outfielder has good players, but a lot of them are close to the end. Some of them are on the back half of their careers, yes. I don't feel like any of them are on their way out, and at least not in the timing where DePaula would be
needed at his best.
Yeah, would be useful, because he's gonna get to the point where he's gonna bust through that door, and the Dodgers are more likely to trade him for maybe another bullpen arm, because as we all know, you can never have enough pitching.
Yeah, I believe they've definitely proven that with the 10-man rotation that they can pull.
Yeah, that, or I mean,
to Scott's point, Betts is 32, and he's playing shortstop right now. Conforto's 32, Edmund 30, Teoscar, he's 32, Outman is 28, I feel like he was just a rookie not that long ago. Payaz, I mean, he's only 24, so you already got him up in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless some of these other players like the Teoscars, they fulfill their 2 to 3 year contracts, and then they go for a different type of payday with a different team. None of them are to the point where they're gonna retire anytime soon, and so that's kind of why I feel like the Dodgers might try to package him into a deal where they go after a star third baseman. Because I mean, at one point there was talk about trying to get Arenado. I mean, that if you're going after Arenado, you have to give up DePaula. I mean, that's the first person you have to give up, along with half your farm system. But
they can do it. They've got it. They've got that power.
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of great pitchers that are young, that are rookies and prospects that they can easily give up, like the Landon Knack or River Ryan, because they don't need them. They've added way too much pitching at the starting level, and some of these guys, they don't want to go to the bullpen. They want to be a starter, even if it means going to a different team.
Yeah. That's where that pride thing comes into play. Could very well happen. Oh, speaking of pitchers going to the disabled list or taking hits, did you see the Bobby Miller hit yesterday? Straight off his noggin?
Oh, yeah, a couple of days ago. Yeah, I saw that one.
Oof.
Yeah, there's reports saying like it went straight off his head, but it almost looked like, not diminishing anything, it caught some of the bill of his cap.
Well, they have those plastic hat protectors that they put under their hat. But I think that's what it
looked like it was more on his face. It didn't look like it hit up here on the crown of the cap. It looked like it hit underneath the cap.
Okay.
But and then
it'll be interesting if Dustin May can come back strong.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see.
But the other thing that was kind of odd to me about the whole Bobby Miller situation, the kid's must have a thick head or something, because he's already cleared concussion protocol after taking 106 mile an hour square off the head. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, is that impressive, or is there something else? Got a thick skull there. Yeah. No fracture after being hit. 106.5 mile an hour fastball. Yeah. That was crazy.
So did you see the video of a coworker of mine showed me this? Zach Veen's bat flip.
No, I have not.
Let's table that discussion for now.
Okay.
We can talk about this on Sunday or another day, but unless you have a way to bring it up on the screen right now.
Well, let me see. We got spring training here. Let me see what we've got. All right. Let me pause. Okay. Let me bring it up. Present. Share screen. Let's see. What happened with Zach Veen?
AAA, that's a home run.
Whoa.
You see the bat flip there?
Well, it's better than the double yesterday.
I see.
It's a beauty. It's a two-run.
He almost took out the pitcher.
His first of the spring.
Yeah, that's not going to make many friends.
Apologetic when the bat left his hand. I don't think he intended to show up.
Okay, so it looked like he realized it was a mistake once he threw it. He was like,
"Oh, that bat! Way to get on there!"
Okay,
just the homer that caught everyone's attention. It was Veen's job.
Yeah.
If you need to see it again before I ask the question, go for it. But my question is this: was that intentional?
So Zach Veen apologizes after emphatic bat flip. That tells me, that tells me it was a spur of the moment thing, but not what he intended to do. Let me see. Do I have volume?
This is an ESPN Sonic blockbuster.
All right, no volume. I don't know how to put volume on here.
The best of college basketball every Saturday on ESPN.
I mean, they got to perform, and they're going to be in AAA. That's a home run. He heard you. You see the bat flip there?
Can you hear the volume?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, he's a puppy, right?
Yeah, so look at his face right here after he throws. He's like,
on the field, but also, will he be able to generate pop because he's a corner outfielder? That was about.
Because to me, it kind of looked like kind of the recoil on the recoil. It just kind of came out of his hands.
Yeah.
To me, it kind of looked like kind of the recoil.
Okay.
You can mute that again.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I just don't really feel like that was intentional. And my coworker that showed this to me, he was basically saying that it was completely intentional. He knew what he was doing. He needs to learn how to control himself more. I'm like, no, that batters are taught to, basically hold the bat so loose in their hands that someone can come up behind them and take it right out of their hands.
Yeah.
I think it was just on the recoil. It happened that, it kind of slipped out of his hands. I think he needs to use more pine tar.
Absolutely. And here's the other factor. If it had been, if he had been more towards first base or leaning into first base, he might have taken out his first base coach with that instead of almost the pitcher. So no harm, no foul. My personal opinion, his immediate reaction to what he had done himself tells me it was an accident.
Yeah.
Or at least did not have the intended consequences or possible actions that he was expecting. Wow. Yeah. The things you see in spring training, so much fun. Now, I remember Zach being an invite out of Fresno with the Grizzlies 2 years ago and not seeing the light of day of field. He was one of those number 97s or 94s. It was great.
Yeah, just kind of one of those guys that kind of maybe saw the split squad games, or just kind of, just in case someone got hurt, we got you.
Yep. I remember when Gina and I were in Fresno and he came up to bat and she looked at his picture on the Jumbotron and was like, oh, he looks so young. He looks like he could be in one of my classes, because she's a high school teacher. And then he rocks a 400-foot bomb dead straight center field over the batter's eye. Like, I wish some of your students could do that and we would have them on our team. Yes, no.
Yeah.
So Zach Veen, he's been very memorable for us as we were going through before I got into minor league, seeing him in Fresno.
Yeah. I mean, I've had the opportunity to get a couple cards signed by him in the past. He's always been really nice about things. I mean, kind of a down to earth kind of guy. He knows his role as a top prospect. Some guys, they don't want anything to do with the fans. They don't want to talk to people more than just saying hi and all that. But he would take the time and he would see the line of people kind of wanting his autograph. And then he's like, okay, I expect this.
Yeah. I think I saw, who was it? Speaking of getting cards autographed, I think it was Dubon with the Astros. He was signing some autographs and he flat out asked, are you guys going to sell these? And I think one of the guys was like, yeah. And he still signed it. That was great.
Yeah. The funniest thing I've ever seen with the autograph seekers and the kind of interaction with players, this was completely with kids too. I was at the Coliseum and I was, this is back when Stephen Vogt was with the team.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was going through signing. He would sign at least one for everybody, kids or not. And everyone was kind of being nice about it, courteous, saying please and thanks and all that. He signs, and then gets this one kid, skips over him, starts signing, and the kid's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Well, you didn't say please or thanks." Yeah. And the kid was like, "Oh, would you please sign my card?" And he comes back to, "Absolutely, yes,
There
thank
you
you."
go. You know what?
He probably would have signed it regardless, because that's the kind of guy Vogt is. But at the same time, it was just funny to see a player kind of like
expect manners.
Yes, yeah, we'll say it that way.
What a concept. I like it.
Yeah.
Manners mattereth. Or manners make the maneth, or something like that, in a movie I saw one time. And it's true. I mean, just be polite. There are some out there that'll just stick a cardboard thing full of 20 cards out there and expect them to sign without saying a word. It's like, these guys are humans. They were kids at one point in time too. So
yeah,
be nice.
I mean, I'll admit, I used to be the guy that would put like 6 of one card out there to get signed. That was, probably like going on 10 years ago now. At this point, I don't need all that extra stuff signed. I'll get multiple cards signed by a player if they're different cards.
Yeah.
Because I like having the different cards signed. If there's like a Bowman Chrome Pro Debut, I'll try to get all 3 signed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put, for the most part, I won't put, 3 of the same card. Unless I'm getting it for specific people.
There you go. And we know that you do that. But you're also, once again, you're polite about it. There are those that will just stick it out in front of the player and not say a word, like you just said, where the player was like, well, you didn't ask. You weren't polite. You didn't say thank you, didn't say please. Well, why should I? I've seen it firsthand. You're polite.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's just way too many people out there that expect the players to do it, and that they have the mindset that it's the player's obligation to sign their cards. And unfortunately, one of those guys is in Modesto a lot.
You know what? I'm not going there. It's our last season.
Oh,
I'm gonna be nice.
No, I mean, I'm just being honest about it. I mean, he's in Modesto a lot, and there's also guys. There's one guy that used to be like that, and doesn't really come out anymore because since we went to the low A ball, it's like there aren't as many top prospects coming through anymore. So he's kind of stopped doing it, but he was in Stockton all the time, and he would do the same thing. He would be, if someone, like I said, this guy doesn't do much autographs anymore. I've seen him maybe twice in the last season. If someone didn't sign for him, he'd be like, "Oh man, why didn't they sign my card? Why didn't they sign my ball too? Why didn't?" It's like, they don't have to do anything. You can ask. All I ask of the players is to at least acknowledge.
Yeah, absolutely.
It bothers me to no end when I know you hear me and you just keep walking.
Fall ball.
Well, yes and no, because I mean, let's be honest. The guys down there at the fall ball, we knew what they wanted and we knew what they had.
They were focused.
But if we want to go there, my worst experience was with Jacob Hayward.
Oh,
that's Jason Hayward's brother.
Yeah,
never had an experience with Jason Hayward. I've heard he's a great dude, but Jacob Hayward, he would put you on the ignore channel.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't think I really ever saw him lift a pen in his life, other than when it was beneficial for him.
Maybe he had a bad experience one time. I was like, nope, nobody. I'm either going to do all of them or I'm going to do none of them. Interesting.
Maybe. But at least acknowledge and say, because I mean, there have been many players who won't sign that will at least say hi or not now or no thank you.
Yeah.
I've had those
Yeah.
responses.
There you go. Well, speaking of getting autos, who are you looking forward to in spring training? Are you looking forward to anybody in spring training? Are you going to try?
Oh man, I would like to this year, especially now that we've been there once already. I'm just not sure. I mean, the problem I have with spring training and trying to get autographs is that you have to have so much with you.
Yeah.
And you have to be so organized to the point to where, if you see a player, you can immediately flip to that card and, ask for the autograph.
Right.
I think one of the easiest places that I saw last year to get autographs was probably American Family Field of Phoenix.
Okay.
Because the visitors have that ramp that goes basically
yeah.
straight up the stands to the down the left field line, and I guess they pretty much go straight to the bus from there.
Yeah. I remember that. It was the Angels, I believe.
We saw the Angels playing there, and I really wish I had something because I didn't really take anything with me last year.
No.
Because it would have been the perfect opportunity to get Ron Washington.
We'll have to look at our schedule, see if we got
we got Tempe on there.
Oh, we do. So perfect. Yeah, let's get some Ron Washington autos. That's fun.
But yeah, it would have been so cool just to because the way that's set up, he just goes right up the ramp and probably would have been easy.
Yeah. Are we gonna try to go back to America? Are we gonna try to go back to Milwaukee Stadium? I mean, are you gonna go for the cheese curds again?
No. No, in all honesty, I don't think we had that planned out.
I don't think so.
I think we were hitting up Peoria twice, once for the Mariners, once for the Padres.
Yeah.
Which we could always be, could always change that up a little bit if we wanted to and not do the Padres side of it. It depends on how the games line up.
Yeah. No. I still have the. You know what? We can look at it right here.
Look on the MLB website because some of the game times have changed.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to give away any trade secrets right now, and because just in case it doesn't happen, we're going to have some fun in Peoria.
Well, yes.
Oh,
we're going to have fun regardless. I mean, come on.
Okay.
I mean, the question is, are we going to want to try to walk more of the backfields this year? Because while that was fun, I mean, I don't know.
I would like to. I guess we'll have to see. Let's see. Okay, times have changed. So, and these are Eastern Standard Times. So it looks like on the Tuesday that we get there, the 18th, we have a choice of the Padres at the Giants or the Guardians at the Rangers. I believe we were going to do the Rangers that night.
Yes, we don't want to go back to Scottsdale.
No. Scottsdale was not. Or Salt River Fields with the Giants at the Rockies. So we have a choice of Surprise or Salt River, it looks like. So, yay, they added some night games, it looks like. Cool.
And that's kind of what I was noticing the other day.
Yeah. Let's see. And then Wednesday, the night game is also at Surprise, the Giants at the Royals. So that might dictate where we go Tuesday night. Unless you want to see both the Rangers and Royals at home at Surprise.
Oh, I mean, I think I'd rather do Salt River if that's the Rockies Giants because I mean
that's the options. Hey, let's go see Zach Veen launch a bat at one of the Giants pitchers. I'm all for that. All right, Thursday night or Thursday. All right, so Thursday night is Peoria Rangers at split squad Rangers at the Padres. Or we can go back to Surprise and watch the Rockies versus the split squad Rangers.
So we're gonna get the split squad Rangers out here.
Either way, you know what? I think we're following them one way or another. And I think that was going to be the Camelback game. The 1 o'clock game, the Angels at the White Sox at Camelback Ranch, I think was our Thursday plan. Or A's at D-backs.
I thought we had said something about at D-backs at first because of Salt River.
Yeah. But then we had more night games added, so we'll go to Salt River for but Wednesday afternoon is Guardians at the Angels. Neither of us have been there.
Right.
Yeah. That's going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah.
So, yep, it looks like looks like Wednesday we're going to be doing Surprise because that's the only night game is Giants at the Royals. So no matter what, that's it, unless we want to take the night off and go somewhere else. Friday, showtime. So we will not be, as far as I know, I don't think we're going to be doing any 1 o'clock games on Friday.
No. The show starts at 1. Actually, the MVP or early entrance, whatever they're calling it right now,
starts at noon, I think.
Yeah, noon. The show goes till 8 on Friday. Saturday, I think it's like a 9 to 7.
Yeah.
9 being the early entrance. And then Sunday goes, I can't remember if it was 9 to 4 or 9 to 5.
Okay.
But I don't think nothing's been added on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
No. There are no late night games in the Arizona area. At that point, it's all 1 o'clock games. I mean, unless we want to drive to LA and watch the Angels and Dodgers at Chavez Ravine.
I don't think we would make it there unless we didn't do the show. And I don't think we can afford the tickets right now.
No kidding. Yeah, or if we make it back to the Bay Area, Sacramento area, the 507 game is the Giants at the River Cats.
I repeat.
No. So yeah. Now if we leave the show early, wrap it up by 1, we theoretically could do either American Family Field of Phoenix with the Brewers, Peoria with the Mariners, Salt River with the D-backs, or Camelback with the White Sox, or but wait, there's more. Athletics at the Cubs at Sloan Park at 105.
I seem to remember last year on Sunday being a pretty decent day.
I believe you to be correct.
And I mean, since that's kind of the main reason why we're going, it's probably best just to kind of stick with the show.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Hey, SCA. And SCA in the house. Very cool. Just listing?
Probably means listening.
Oh, that makes sense. I thought he was listening what games we were talking about going to, maybe meeting us out there. That'd be cool. Hey, if you guys want to meet us out in Phoenix, come to the card show. Yeah. Be happy to see you out there. Cards wise, we had some fun with some archives on the RIP party Saturday. Archives and big league. What was it? Rapper redemption packs. Those were fun. Woo!
And then the RIP night party cards. Still haven't really read much about or been able to find out much information about the parallels that were on the front.
So I read that they had no numbered cards. There were a gold option, a red option, a blue, and a green. There were no odds, so I'm going to assume gold was the toughest because we got, I think, a red, I think a green, and several blues, or a blue and several greens.
No, I think it was just red and the greens because I don't remember a blue one.
Okay.
And the red that we got was the first pack I grabbed, and that was just happenstance because because I was looking at it and the guy said, "Oh, just grab one." Instead of taking the one that I had in my hand, I just like, okay, fine. I set it down and I just kind of run my hand on to a certain part of the box, pull one out, and say, "Okay, cool, thanks."
There you go.
I didn't know any different at the time. It was the red Jackie Robinson. So I mean, and it could very well be like the different colors may have the same quote unquote odds. It may have just been in different parts of the country. Who knows?
Could be. Yeah.
But out of all the packs, we still didn't finish the set.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there is looking to finish the set, we are looking for 3. We're willing to make a trade. What was it? The James Wood, Paul Skeens, and Ellie?
Yep. That is correct.
We got a bunch of duplicates of guys like, Dylan. Got a couple. I think we got 1 or 2 Dylan Cruz duplicates, Jackson Holiday. So hit us up at boxscoreca@gmail.com if you want to make a trade.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's what we're all about is, trades. That's what it was supposed to be to begin with. They're trading cards. Have fun.
Yeah.
Trying to see where I had the information. Oh yeah, and in Arizona and Florida, you had ball players going out to the shops.
Well, there wasn't just there. I mean, Frank Thomas made an appearance in Chicago.
Yeah, there you go.
I think at the shop in I think it was Elgin, Chicago. There's others like in New York, LA had a couple guys. So
DNA cards. DNA cards in Arizona. I have been to that shop. Cool shop. Still relatively new. Trevor Hoffman, Christian Yelich, Tommy Edman, Mike Trout.
I've heard of some of those guys. Yeah. Well, I mean, Paul Skeen back in Florida, there was a couple shops that had like guys like Paul Skeens, Jackson Holiday. I think even maybe Dylan Cruz out. That's just like, man. Nice. So our 5-year plan might include Arizona.
I'm not saying no. I'm definitely not saying no to that.
Or a 5-month plan. Oh wait, sorry, never mind. I'm thinking out loud again.
Yeah, the card vault in Boston had Pritchard out there signing autographs. Basketball player, that orange ball that bounces. In case you didn't remember. Sure. Yeah, Peyton Pritchard. Good guard. World champions.
Yeah.
Oh man, good stuff. I mean, hey, those kind of nights I enjoy because it is getting back to the hobby. It's about having fun. It's not about, hey, how expensive is this card? How expensive is that card? It's these cards are not really worth anything, but we're gonna have fun together. So
yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just basically another way of them doing like the International Trading Card Day,
Yep.
where they have the special sets and just kind of, you know, getting that stuff out there to the kids, to the fans, and
Yeah. And I like that they do it twice a year, the rip parties, because I recall last year being in
Mhm.
Chicago, going to a White Sox game and going to went to an LCS there, a local card shop. For the life of me, I can't remember the name. That's gonna bug me. Discover. Let me see if I can. No. Chicago card shops. Bridgeport Hobby Sports Cards. Yes, that was fun. I got there around the end of the night because I was actually out there for my son being at Great Lakes for training, and took advantage of getting us do both. And went to Bridgeport Hobby Sports Cards off of 35th Street.
nice.
And then went to the White Sox game right afterwards. It was the Latino Heritage Night. I got there too late. I didn't get the bobblehead, but that was great. The hobby the rip night was better. I got cards.
Oh, of course, yeah. So the only other thing that came out today that I wanted to mention, we talked about this a little bit earlier, you and I.
Oh yeah.
Where's that? The Series 1 celebration. Let's give me a second. Let me remove this banner. So basically, we've seen listings already for the it was pre-listed as a fun mega box. Apparently Topps has done, did it up as a celebration. There's going to be confetti parallels in there, which, hey, confetti's fun.
Confetti fun.
The one thing you can't really see on this is a screenshot from their Instagram post, and on the side of the box it talks about how they're bringing back the dugout peaks, walk this way, limited insert sets from the old opening day sets. So it's kind of, I guess, is geared more towards kids. I mean, the price is still going to be the same as the monster or mega boxes, whatever they're calling them right now. So probably about the $45 to $50 range. Same amount of cards, 16 packs, 12 cards per pack type thing. But you're going to get some exclusive in there, like the confetti parallels and those rare insert sets.
Very cool. Very cool.
Hopefully they also have the mascot cards in there because I kind of miss those.
You would think because they're like literally on the front.
Yeah.
Let's hope. No, that's awesome. I was disappointed that they stopped with opening day, just for the different stuff and the lower price for the kids. I did like that. This does not seem to be lowering the price though.
No, but it's also not supposed to be an opening day set either. It's going to be the regular Series 1 in there with some special inserts and parallels mixed in.
Yeah.
So I think it's supposed to be 8 confetti parallels per box. So every other pack.
Every other pack. All right.
I like that they're doing something different. Still haven't seen really much about the tins that they're coming out with.
Yeah.
The only thing I've noticed that's kind of newer information is that the case of tins includes 6 tins. So I don't know if they're going to be bigger tins, kind of like how Holiday was, or if they're going to be, because maybe they're just taking the same type of design, and instead of doing it as an ornament, they do it as a baseball.
Could be.
Don't know.
You know what? I would not be opposed to that idea. That's nice. No, I like the idea of it being a baseball. Yeah.
Or it could be similar to what they did in 2020, 2021, and have the kind of like those rectangular tins with the players on them. So that still remains to be seen. But those are going to have the holiday parallels. So like the Easter type parallels that we saw in Series 1 last year.
Yeah. Fun. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Well, lots of exciting stuff coming out that we have no actual details about.
Oh yeah, because we're not even talking about 2024 Heritage High number yet.
You know what? That's come and gone. Nobody gives a darn except for set builders and those that want to see another form of a rookie card for several of the big rookies that were not in the Series 1 or low series of
Yeah.
Heritage.
Well, pretty much all the rookies, you mean? I mean, I think only Ellie was in there. Ellie and Jason.
Yes.
No. But like, all the Jacksons and Paul, no, they weren't in Heritage.
No. So it'll be interesting. Maybe that's why they're holding it off and have foregone the high number idea. And they're just going to put them into 2025, which is supposed to be like almost around the corner. Heard that the tins are going to be Easter eggs, 6 different colors.
So decorated like Easter eggs. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's something. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it with the holiday parallels in there.
Yep, they're adult-size Easter eggs. I like it.
Well,
I mean, they're going to have to be adult-sized Easter eggs if they're going to be fitting all those packs into it.
Well, I think it's going to be a similar configuration as the holiday tins were, the 59 cards. So like basically a metal hanger, if you will.
Yep. Hey, that works for me. I'm still trying to get something Eastery done at the stadium. So if we can get some of those and toss them in with some regular Easter eggs, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
I'm working on a few things. It's going slowly. I feel like the off season has been wasted, but yeah, still pushing through. Yeah. Well, speaking of off season, speaking of preseason, spring training, and all that good stuff, and all the stuff that we're not actually knowing any details on, or everything's just a rumor. Rumor has it that tonight is wrapping up. What do you think? Have you heard that rumor yet?
I heard that rumor, yes. But
I don't like to operate off of rumors, but I mean, if it has to happen, it has to happen.
Right. Well, don't be sad that it's ending. Just be happy that it
happened.
Was.
Yeah. And that we'll be back for another show sometime this week. I keep saying I'm going to get it through the decades going on Thursdays, and every Thursday something has come up to prevent that. So I'm hoping that we'll get to see you guys on Thursday, if you're up for it, with a through the decades look at Arizona, the Diamondbacks. We'll be looking at their history through cards. I hope. We'll see. How about you, Brian? What you got going on this week?
Nothing spectacular. Just gonna kind of get some rest, relax, and sort cards.
There you go. That's a wonderful thing to do, because cards are so much fun to go through. Yay. Going through Heritage or Archives. Sorry about Heritage earlier. Archives 2024. Still having fun with it. And if a certain somebody is still on, might be seeing this 2021. Yeah. Got that little baby there.
Well, if he's not on, he doesn't get it.
I know. He doesn't get it anyways, because that's going straight to Arizona.
I mean, he can have first crack at it for $100. No,
you know what? It is serialed out of $199. So, I didn't show you this one. Also out of $199. It is a manufactured relic, but still, it was pretty cool to get out of the box because it's serial numbered out of $199.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad box. And then the other hit that I got out of that jumbo box that was kind of a throw-in was one of the top hitters in the area, or in the league right now, one of the top 20 hitters, Kyle Tucker. now with the Chicago Cubs. So it'll be interesting to see how he manages the friendly confines of Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's about all I've got. I think it's time to answer that rumor that we're wrapping up. Well, I think it's that time. All right. Any last things there, Baseball?
No, just thank everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
All right. For Baseball over there, this is the boss man here at Box Score Collectibles, Cards and Coffee. We are out.